Trying to find the reasons you won't find a...
Hi beautifuls, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. So it's been a little while since we've chatted. It's been a little while since we've sat down and done some nails, but I am so happy to be back. If I sound a little bit low weathered, that's because I am. I'm not quite feeling well. I'm currently recording this voiceover like in bed with a heating pad on my stomach. So yeah, but I am happy to be back and being able to create. I had made a post not too long ago just addressing that I've been kind of creatively blocked and having a hard time creating nails and coming up with nail ideas, and as a result I haven't been posting. So I decided to start to kind of fix that, because YouTube and doing nails on YouTube is something that I truly love doing and I want to continue to do it. And yeah, having a thing like creative blockage stop you from doing something that you really want to do is so nerve-wracking. So I decided to read the book The Artist's Way and follow along with the instructions that they've been telling me to do. And as a result, I was able to get out of bed, which I hate saying it like that, but I was able to get up and actually do some art when I haven't been able to do it in a whole week. So yeah, I was really happy. And if you saw the thumbnail, then you would know that we're doing pizza nails. I feel like this was perfect. It was a perfect thing to do to get me out of, to actually get me up and create something. So yeah, I'm so happy and I love the way the outcome turned out. So yeah, I'm excited. So I am doing the GelX method because it's for me, the quickest method to get to my final goal. I take forever when it comes to sculpting nails, but if you guys would like to see me sculpt some more nail sets, then let me know and I'll be more than happy to do that. So now I am dehydrating using the Gelish pH bond, and then I'm going to go in with my Dami peel-off base to put in the center of my nails to help with removal when it comes to the Jello peel-off base. I'm just putting that directly in the center, not near my cuticle area nor near my free edge, so that I don't have any issues with it popping off prematurely or any of that lovely stuff, because I am quite rough when it comes to my nails. That's why my right hand stays short all the time, because long nails and me aren't friends. So now I'm going in with my Jello and just completely covering the nail all the way. And I would say that I do thin coats of the Dami peel-off base and the Jello peel-off base. Thin is good. So and then now I'm going in with the IBD building gel. It's their builder in a bottle. I absolutely love this for a GelX dupe. It's a good consistency. It is soak off. And overall I like it. I have not had any problems when it came to putting this on my nail or it reacting to products in any weird way. So yeah, after that, I just cured each of the nails on.
Trying to find the reasons you won't find a pretty.
And I don't end up showing it, but after I finished flash curing the full cover tips in place, I do put my hand inside the big lamp to cure for a full 60 seconds because that is what the gel polish IBD recommends for their gel. So always make sure that you are following your manufacturer's instructions of the products that you're using and ensuring that you fully cure it in the proper way so that you don't get something like contact dermatitis. So yeah, now I'm going in and I'm filing because I feel like, so the GelX tips, though they are like, they have a nice shape to them, they're not crispy. So going in and filing to make them crispy is always a must. And just make sure that you are careful with how you're filing. Ooh, at that moment I had cut myself with my nails. That's how you know they're sharp. Like, I literally stabbed myself and had to go put a band-aid on because I was bleeding. But what I was saying is make sure that you're quite careful with how you file so that you don't, one, overfoul, or two, file into your lower parallels. So the part where the free edge of the tip meets the only word that's popping in my head is like skin meat, like the side walls of your nails, so that you don't get that like awkward dip from the place to where the nail enhancement sits onto your skin pretty much. So just make sure that you're really careful as to where you are filing. Make sure that it's even and parallel to the nail tip itself. And then for the time that you don't need to file on those side walls, that you are trying to stay away from them and really only file on the free edge. If that makes any sense whatsoever. And I'm just going in and I'm buffing all the shine away, and then also buffing up all of the etching that I did at the top of the nail tip. Going in and dusting all of the dust away. So now I'm using the IBD. I think I don't know the name of it, but it's their non-wipe top coat, and I'm just doing that to go underneath the nail tip. I don't know why I did this in my head. Yeah, I don't really know why I did this. It was not really a necessary step because it's not like I was making the nail clear, but hey, I did it. So, and then just making sure that I wipe the side walls so that my shape isn't disturbed in any kind of way. So the inspo that I got is from Nails by Kat on Instagram. She does so like amazing 3D artwork on nails and things. So that's where the inspiration for wanting to do pizza nails came from. I did not quite do it the same as she did. I know she has a tutorial explaining how she did the pizza nails. I didn't watch the tutorial. I just wanted to take my own interpretation of how I wanted the pizza nails to come out. So after that, I went in with the rubber base gel from IBD. I believe this is a new line. They have like a ton of different color shades, and they're all like a milky translucent shade. I had got white and like 3 shades of nude just to test out to see if I like them, and I really do. I love the color payoff. I think I only did 2 coats to get this color that I liked, and yeah, they're perfect. I love a good like milky light pink for a nude, and I felt like this was perfect. Yeah, highly recommend. I want to go back and get the rest of the colors, and they're quite easy to apply, and I love the brush applicator. And because they are rubber based, you can build up to get more of like a deep opaque color, but because I use the sculpted tips for my Apres, I don't really need to build up so much, so I'm really just going to get color payoff. And I never really mind my free edge showing on nail tips, so yeah, it's so like it's a perfect nude pink, so pretty. So then after that, I'm going in with my MPA Gel Art Palette to put on the base layer of the pizza. So this is gonna act as like the cheese. And I was debating of whether or not I wanted to do all French tip or all like full cover. But I feel like having a variety of both would have been nice. So I think I did like 2 French tips and the rest were like full cover pizza. So I'm gonna be quiet, and when things change up, I'm gonna pop in and discuss.
Trying to find the reasons you won't find her pretty. Cause I am insecure. My look's been needing more. And I try to find the reasons that you would stay with me. Cause I am insecure. I'm not an intellectual. Are you just with me? Cause you need a body. the one you wanted more. Wanna be the one that you adore. Do you see a long road with me? Do you only see me as a body? Trying to make you close the door. Give me everything I'm waiting for. Let me know the things you love about me. Love me like I'm more than just a body. Are you just with me? Cause you need a body. Am I somebody to you? Can I be somebody you want to? Are you just with me? Cause you need a body. Am I somebody to you? Can I be somebody you want to? Are you just with me? Cause you need a body. Am I somebody to you? Can I be somebody you want to? Are you just with me? Cause you need a body. Am I somebody to you? Can I be somebody you want to?
So I believe that I did about 2 layers of this yellow. And yeah, one thing about the MPA Gel Art Palette is that it can come off a bit streaky, but if you're quite careful with your application and you're making sure that you work in kind of like thin layers, you can build up the opacity of the nail. And you can kind of like get rid of the streakiness. But other than that, I love using it for everything under the sun. Nail art, for painting an entire nail like this. I like them. I haven't had any trouble with it. But I bought it like almost a year ago. So after that, I decided to make my own Embo gel out of that same yellow to help kind of get some texture, to really give it like that melted cheesy pizza look. So I grabbed the Crazy Top Thick from Jin B, and then I also grabbed my Embo powder from YOGO. Now the Embo powder is going to help with the plumping agent, help as a plumping agent of the gel, and then making sure you add a thick kind of Embo-y clear gel to really help smooth it out is important. And then I just added on, making sure that I really, what's the word I'm looking for? Like messily put it on to kind of give that pizza texture, and then cure it before the gel kind of settles, because if the gel settles, it's going to create air bubbles and you're going to lose that cheesy texture. And I practically just did that to all of the nails. I did about 2 layers. So I would do 1 layer, just kind of adding it on, and then another layer to even get more texture and things like that. So I'm going to pop back in when things change, because I'm just going to be doing that for like all of the nails.
My looks been needing more, and I try to find the reasons that you would stay with me. Cause I am insecure, I'm not an intellectual. Are you just with me? Cause you need a body. Am I somebody to you? Can I be somebody you want to? Are you just with me? Cause you need a body. Am I somebody to you? Can I be somebody you want to? Wanna be the one you wanted more. Wanna be the one that you adore. Do you see a long road with me? Do you only see me as a body? just a body? Are you just with me? Cause you need a body. Am I somebody to you? Can I be somebody you want to? Are you just with me? Cause you need a body. Am I somebody to you? Can I be somebody you want to? Are you just with me? Cause you need a body. Am I somebody?
Okay, so I do want to mention that I was flash curing in between, but I made sure that I did pop the nail in for a full 60-second cure because the MPA Gel Art Palette recommends that you cure for 60 seconds. So now I'm going in to create the crust. So instead of going in with like a white, I want to go in with the nude because I feel like it would give me more of like that dough look, that dough shade look. So I mixed Sissi Clays nude and their brown to get this kind of like dough shade. And then I'm just going and putting that around my cuticle area for some, and then around the smile line of the French tip. And after I place that on, I do take my miniature sculpting tool to create like the grooves into the pizza. And this is important later on because when you add shading and text shading to it, it's really gonna give it that pizza crust illusion. So I end up just doing that for all of the nails. I don't know what was up with today, but I was perfect in all of my product proportion size for literally all of the things I was doing, from the amount of gel that I put on my palette to create the cheese texture to the amount of clay that I put on my palette to create the crust. I was so happy. I was like, oh my gosh. Because one thing I hate doing is mixing up stuff and then end up having like leftover of the stuff that I mixed up, and I have no way of keeping it for one or, you know, storing it for later. So I have to like throw away all this product that I just played in pretty much. So yeah, I was really happy. I don't know, today I was like on fire when it came to my product proportion. Okay, so I'm gonna be quiet now and let you guys watch.
Trying to find the reasons you won't find her pretty. Cause I am insecure. My looks been needing more. And I try to find the reasons that you would stay with me. Cause I am insecure. I'm not an intellectual. Are you just with me? Cause you need.
So after that was done, I did cure for 60 seconds, and now we're gonna go in and start the shading. So I use yellow, orange, and brown. This is jelly polishes from the brand Show Me Korea. I did buy these off of Sweetie Nail Supply. It's their Cooing cocktail line collection. Yeah, so pretty much I use the yellow to really give that like glistening, cheesy kind of look. And because it is slightly darker than the yellow that I have on my nails, it was perfect. And I had the idea of using the orange because, you know, like when you cook when you have like pizza come to you, the oil from the pizza mixes in a little bit with the tomato sauce, so it gives like an orangey reddish hue. Yeah, that's what I was trying to create, that like greasy look that pizza has over the nail. And then I took a little bit of the brown to get some of the burnt edges of the pizza. So you're just going to pretty much see me go back and forth between the yellow and orange for most of the time, and then after I like the way the yellow and orange looks, then I'm going to lightly go over it with the brown to give it like a little bit of like a cooked toasty kind of vibe. And I pretty much do the same thing with the crust, but just mainly using the brown and orange mixture and the just straight up brown. So yeah, this was really fun. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. I didn't know how it was going to look, but it came out perfect, way better than what I initially had in my mind. And it made me kind of happy that I didn't just copy Nails by Kat's tutorial of how she did it verbatim, because you learn things, and yeah, it's okay to be inspired by, but it's never okay to like directly copy, I feel like. And as an artist, you don't want to limit yourself to only copying. You want to be able to use your creativity and your imagination to create something of your own. So yeah, that's my little 2 cents. So I'm gonna let you guys watch, and yeah, I'll pop in when some things changes. Okay, so now we're going in to create the pizza topping. So I use the Chris Clay red from Crisania Neri's Clays. Yeah, and I use these to create the pepperonis. Pretty much just grabbing just a little bit of clay and balling up into a circle and then putting on a nail and patting it. Alright, so I do want to put a disclaimer out there. You should not be molding using clay gel with your hands. Don't be like me. Please be better than me. Always wear gloves. And yeah, always wear gloves. And if you so happen to touch it with your bare hands, please wash your hands immediately after. Do not go on to do other things, because over time you can develop contact dermatitis, and I don't want that for you. I don't want that for me, but I'm hard-headed, so yeah, please save your entire nail career. So I'm just pretty much just going over the nails, making the little pepperonis, and I feel like that's what really kind of sealed the look for me, was starting to add the toppings. I was like, oh yeah, these are pizzas. It cannot be disputed. These are pizzas, which if I would have just kept it with the cheese, I don't know what people would have thought I was making. But now it's indisputable. It's pizzas. And I will say, after I applied the gel on there, I went in with this cuticle. What is this? A dust brush? I don't know. And used that to create the pepperoni texture. And I think like what really made this fun for me was the fact that it just played with so many different textures and 3D elements and things like that. So I thought that was fun. So yeah. Next, I'm going in with the green from Chris Clays to create little basils to go on the nail. And pretty much I took a little bit of a clump, made sure it was kind of like rolled into a point, And then from there, I just took my flat square brush, and I split the thing down the middle, and then kind of like flicked the edge to give it like a leaf kind of vibe. And then again, just going in and creating texture. Tea. Would you guys eat this pizza? I don't really eat pork, so I wouldn't say I would eat it, but I would serve it to somebody because it's tea. Like, this pizza is good. It got all the basic fruit groups, and I remember like saying in my head while I was doing the nail, like, oh, this would be perfect. You know, they say like your plate should be colorful. You should have like colorful different colors of food on your plate, because that's how your body knows that you're getting good nutrition. And I was like, oh yeah, she's colorful. We got yellow, we got brown, we got red, we got green, and then we're gonna have some purple too, so. And I love the fact that like you can literally do whatever you want. Instead of basil, you could have made little mushrooms. Instead of pepperoni, you could have did little sausages. It's literally whatever your heart desires. It truly is up to your interpretation of what you want on the nail, and in the end they still look cute and fun. So now I'm going in with this purple to create little onion slivers. And this, I just wrote it out really thin, like really thin, and then cutting it and rolling out even thinner to create the little onion curl. Okay, so now I'm grabbing some brown and some yellow, and I'm putting that back on my palette to create the shading of the toppings, just to make sure it gives the look that this has been cooked. It's not raw pizza, it's cooked pizza. And I pretty much just do that to all the toppings, the basil, and then taking my sponge and just kind of wiping off the excess, but not too much to where I'm taking all of the color off. And yes, I end up doing this for all of the nails, and then my camera died, so I did not get me adding any more shading or toasting. So I decided to take a practice tip, kind of do the basic elements of it and show you what else I did to the nail after doing this step here, because I did do a whole bunch of stuff that really helped with the final product of the design. Okay, so yeah, this is the nails completely finished. I used the Gaoy Top Coat to top coat the nails, and I also used these soft pastel chalks to give a little bit of like a burnt toasted look on my crust. And then I went in with some of the yellow and orange mix to go over the pepperoni and the toppings to help look like it's cheesy and greasy all over. And then when I was top coating, I made sure that my top coat was truly thin so I don't get rid of all that beautiful texture that I got. So that is the end of the nail set. I'm going in with my cuticle oil as per usual to cuticle to oil my cuticles. And yeah, that is the end. I really hope that you guys like this design, and I hope you guys missed me as much as I missed you. Yeah, I cannot wait to create some more beautiful nails with you. And thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. And like always, please remember to create, whether it's big or small. Just the act and the art of creating is something that's truly fun, and it will bring you so much joy. I love you all. Bye.